This is Gary Butterfield.
This is Cole Ross.
This is Monster My Podcast.
And this is The Lesser Thunderbird.
There's a monster in my podcast.
I love this good guy.
Yeah, this is a pretty cool, after the disappointment that was Kid Rock, like this is a much more interesting critter, I think.
Yes. So immediately your eyes are drawn to just his stately eyebrows.
He does look like he's got business. Doesn't he? Like he's on his way somewhere. Like he's we can make the movie if we go right now.
Yeah. He's definitely achieved perfectly level flight. None of this frivolous swooping nonsense.
Yeah, no flapping.
Yeah. We're eyes on the prize.
These are electric birds.
Yes. So sign me up.
Yep. A bunch of their cells are made out of the same thing as like electric eels. Like they generate electricity.
Mm-hmm.
And this is really interesting. My favorite detail, there's a bunch of interesting details about these things. They create EMPs, so they disable electronics.
Yeah, which actually in the Shadowrun setting might end up being more dangerous than even just like a shock, right?
Yeah.
Because you have people with all these implants. If this thing fires off and shuts down their body.
Yeah.
Especially,
and it's one of the very few times where the mechanics interact with the quality grade.
Mm-hmm.
Of things. So we get cyberware in Shadowrun, you can get cheap cyberware, and it's cheaper,
right?
Obviously, but it's more susceptible to shit like this.
Yeah, because like the cheap stuff is still copper wire and electrons. Most of the good stuff relies mostly on optics.
Yes,
right. So if you're running around with a bunch of copper in you, this EMP is just going to shut you down.
Yeah, like they'll zap you.
Mm-hmm.
They'll zap you. The craziest thing, though, is if they all work together, they can actually destroy nervous systems.
Mm-hmm.
And this little, again, sometimes this book just has these amazing paragraphs. This thing about 4 of these things rolling up on an eagle, flying in formation around it, all of them concentrating for a second, and the eagle just dropping dead out of the sky.
I love it so much.
That's such a good image.
Uh-huh.
Like, that's so scary and cool.
Yep. They just like they're making the pattern run, drop.
Yeah. And just imagine, like, you're because there's some capability for flight in Shadowrun, if I recall, and you're going around and one of these things just sidles up next to you and it doesn't do anything. It might be kind of cool, like, those hippies who swim with dolphins,
right?
Like they might think it's kind of neat. And another one comes up next to you and it's like, oh, this is okay. Like I'm a bird of a feather.
I'm rolling deep.
Yeah, this is going all right. And then the third one comes up behind you. It's like, oh, you got my back. All right then. And then one comes up in front of you, and that's not super great because you get cloaca eye, but like cloaca eye for the shadow guy, and then you're flying along, and then they all just kind of blink, and your heart stops. Like that is very cool and evocative.
I like that very much. But it also like it doesn't imply any kind of fireworks show around it.
Yeah.
Just like just like a. Almost like a photo flash, and then down you go.
Except for when they die, when they explode.
I love this. This is my favorite detail because they've got those electrical cells in them, and when they die, all of them discharge at once, causing it to.
Which is the reason why the next Shadowrun character I'm going to have is going to have a newspaper bag, like messenger boy bag, full of chicks, and I'm just going to huck them. Oh
gosh, little grenades.
Yeah. Like the chicks of this, like if you can get over the moral event horizon that is tossing a baby bird at your foe,
well, you just have to throw a sheet over
force
you
to break its neck.
Yeah,
you hide it with your shame from God. Right. It's like whenever you throw an electric grenade, you have to hide your shame from God. You know, like little Ortlan bombs, little ordnance,
ortolanidins.
Yeah, ortolanidins, the bombs. But like, I was just like, man, that's, or like, I'm just imagining like sneaking some of these into somebody's cereal or something like that.
Oh God,
or even
it'd be the eggs.
The eggs still blow up when you eat once you cut the egg, you break the yolk, you get sunny side up Thunderbird egg.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's an egg that cooks itself.
Yeah, you just open the egg and just a fully fried egg comes out.
But it's all rubbery, like if you microwave an egg.
Yeah,
it's no good.
It's really gross. You get one of these things and just like you take one of these birds and you put it next to a steak, and then you break the bird's neck and the steak is cooked. Like this is a very
well. No, you break the bird's neck and then it blows up your entire house.
Well, I mean, the damage does 3L3 Cole.
Okay, all
it's right. Like I'll blow up my house. Just gonna cook a delicious steak.
I love is going to cook the delicious steak. I love the little short story here. Respected biologist Joel Francis attempted to circumvent this problem through vivisection, the problem of them blowing up when you kill them, because you can't study something that blows up when it dies. Unfortunately, she must have touched some highly charged tissue with her scalpel during the procedure. The massive discharge killed her instantly and destroyed the specimen. So it's like she failed her role trying to disassemble a CRT.
Yeah, man. She got put in the hurt locker. The Hurts locker. Hurts.
Brought to you by our backers at patreon.com/DuckFeed.tv.